What up, guys? Are you ready for another crazy week? Guess what? When I was doing this, when I was trying to compile this, you know, the Pharaoh just cut the rate to zero and launched another massive 700 billion quantitative easing. This is crazy. Like last week, I say we might have an emergent rate cut. Guess what? We just had one on Sunday night. Okay. Um, I don't know. I have no idea what was the reason for this because we're gonna have a Federal Reserve on the 18th, which is 2 days from now. 2 3 days from now, they couldn't wait until then to cut, but they have to come out and do it right now. That's crazy. I don't understand this unless they really try to. To boost the market up, because we did have a pump, a Trump pump on Friday here. At the end of the day, it pumped up to like 10%. But the thing is, if you take a look, this is a 30-minute chart. Okay, so basically it did go above this intraday high here on Thursday. Where there was a pump, the 50 billion, I think the 50 trillion, no 50 billion, no 500 billion Ripple thing that they was about to do, and then it did went above that level. But the thing is, as you can see here, this is the resistance level. Even though it's go above that one, it's actually stay held right here. So I guess the Federal Reserve tried to pump this market by issuing this rate cut to zero, to hoping maybe this gonna go up. I guess that has been failed, but like, come on, we just had a rate cut, like emergency rate cut last week, and it did nothing. Haven't you learned anything? This is crazy. So I don't know. I don't know what's the purpose of this, because they could wait for another 2 days, and now the future is down like I think 1,000 point right now. The down, but anyway, the main point is, the reason for the drop is the virus. The administration, the White House has screwed us over by suppressing kind of the information and downplay this whole thing. And guess what? Last week when I did this on Sunday, I was thinking around 3 or 500, and I say by the end of the week at least 1,000. Guess what? We are at 3,600 something right now. So that's like nearly 7 times of the number. So by next week, I think by the end of Sunday next week, we perhaps easily 6 7,000. So look at this. It's crazy. And the thing is that what is really crazy is Italy is nearly 25,000 now, and 1,000 something death. So if you don't know anything about this virus, they say the young people are not affected by this, but to be honest, there a new study just came out from Hong Kong, and the hospital that treat these people. They say that people who recover from this might have permanent lung damage, maybe like up to 20% of the lung function gonna be removed. So to be honest, if you get this shit, it's bad. And also there's some, they say in Italy now the case, a lot of young people like below like 50, or even younger people like in their 20, or require intensive care. So I don't know. So at this point, like, we have a lot of crazy spring break and all this gathering right now, so they gonna be infecting themselves and then go home infecting the family. So I don't know. So this thing, we haven't make any like quarantine yet, but I think by 2 weeks soon we're gonna have a quarantine, maybe 2 weeks from now or maybe less. We'll see, because if this number keep rising, like by the end of next week, if it's double this number, most likely I think it's gonna be double this number. If the testing gonna be efficient, okay, if they have enough test kit and everything, I think it's gonna be double this number. So at this point, I mean, the next level is maybe 5,000, and then 10,000. 10,000, I think, is more going to be, and then the death rate will go up to 100. But at this point right now, I think Italy 30,000 or maybe 50,000. Hopefully this is going to slow down, because Korea, look at Korea, they have like, they did a great job and they slowed down this whole number. Like, since last week. They literally there was exponentially growth with the number of cases, and then they kind of flat out right now. So they did a great job. So this is something we have to look for, guys, the number. So the market gonna move with this. I don't care what the Trump administration gonna try to do. They could pump it up, but it's gonna be a significant rally, just like, you know, on Friday and today, you know. So let's move on. Oh yeah, so you know this the trillion pump, like the 500 the last Thursday, I think that was that spike. They put in 500 billions of Ripple, and then they did like ultimately like 1.5 trillion. This gonna be definitely gonna help with the bond, because I believe they're gonna be buying all the bond, like the 2 years, the 3, the 2, the 10, and the 30. They're gonna be buying all. So that's gonna decrease the yield, and that's gonna increase the TLT, guys. So TLT is definitely gonna be a play. But recently it's been dropping. I'm not sure why it has been dropping. There's some rumor they say that there's some problem with the bond, the issue thing. So I'm not exactly sure. And also the technical, because they went up so quickly. So maybe that also play a role also. But this definitely gonna also, you know, in the long run, I think they're gonna also increase inflation. And you know that gonna go into the play of gold and silver. Okay, I'll go into that later too. All right, so this is the catalyst for the mover, right? So Nike is gonna be closing all the store. So does Apple. Walmart reducing their hour. They're gonna close at night now to restock the stuff. And you know, like cafe, everywhere's gonna be started to close. And then these people here, like last week, you know, you saw the kind of prepper start to get worried, and they went and bought out, you know, Costco. This week on Friday, this is what happened, you know. And the one who laughed at people last week now panicked, and look at them, they have no mask on. And this kind of gathering gonna cause more people who get be infected, and this gonna be a problem. So we try to, you know, prevent this from happening, but you know, panic buying and not planning out by the administration kind of caused this problem. And look at this, the travel ban from Europe, and how many people here have masks on. Look at this, how many people are going to have the virus in here, or if maybe a couple people have this, and everyone going to be like small cluster, and they want to go back to their home, and then that start to spread and spread. See, that's the problem with no planning, and the administration just came out and implement, like, you know, stupid travel ban without any consideration at all. And look at this shit. And I feel bad for these people. You know, they pay extra money to get back here, and look at what happened. They're stuck in here and gonna get all the fucking virus. So we'll see what happened. All right, but let's go to the chart, guys. So the Dow. You know, Boeing has been crashing, you know, due to the stuff, and you know, the flight and all the thing. But look at this Dow, when it did reach 2018 low, so which is surprisingly, I didn't expect it to be that fast. You know, everything just like dramatically within 3 weeks. So like, I was expecting to be slower, so I wasn't able to plan out a lot of stuff. But you know, like this thing is just crushing it, you know. So at this point right now, I mean, we might consolidate sideways a little bit and then move down lower if there's more progress, which I think is going to be more problem, because with the Ripple and stuff, something is probably happening behind the scene, and we don't know. Maybe some bank is failing, some institution, whatever. And when that news come out, I think it's going to push the stock market down to maybe to this level here. Yeah, so this is what possibly the next level that we're going down. So I think once we start to cut off all the spending, you know, all the supply, because right now we there's supply and demand. We have both sides, you know, like the supply side, China is not, you know, pumping up. The factory hasn't back to their fully capacity yet. So at this point, we might have problem in the long term, maybe 3 months from now, to get stuff. And then another problem we have is that supply demand. You know, if we all gonna be under quarantine, who gonna be spending money? Because 70% of our GDP is based on service and spending. And if this happen, no more demand. So like we have problem with supply, and we also have problem with demand, which is it's horrible. I don't know what's going to happen because there's going to be no equilibrium, in prices. So I don't know what's going to happen. So right now the Dow Jones is kind of leading right now. So we'll see what happens. It's not leading, but the Nasdaq is still strong as usual. I guess because of technology. Because I think this because of this virus, something going to be changing too. After all this going out, they might even let people start work from home because when people start to do work at home and it more efficiently for the company and they don't have to pay for rent, they might even consider let people work from home. So a lot of the technology thing might be good. So right now is I broke this level of support. So I'm thinking they're gonna visit 2018 low. Down here, I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe would depend how things are gonna come out. What kind of news we have. So it's not something I could say at this point. But right now, this is the target level, 2018 low. Okay, and this is the Russell. Russell been it's the leading. Russell was leading. They closed below the 2018 low here. So basically, this is like the small stock, and is definitely, I think this is where the next level is at. Okay, it's 2016 low. Okay, so that is where we're going to head it with the Russell. Is definitely leading because this is the small stock in our economy. So this is where we see it's going. Oh, okay. So I guess I'm done with this, and let's go to the SPY, the S&P. Okay. So this is a 30-minute chart. Okay, I just saw that for you. Okay, let's go to the weekly chart. So we basically broke support here, and we broke this support here also. Okay, and we closed below that. Okay. So the next level is 18 low right here. We also kind of broke the trend line too. If you the 18,000 trend line. So it been depend how you draw it, but right now this is where I see. So it's kind of broken that also. It closed below that. Okay, and then the 200-day moving average, kind of like right there right now. So I guess 2018 is where it's gonna be heading for. Okay, so that's where I see it. Okay, so right now I think there is a few play here that we could do, especially with all this this data that we have. Let's see here. Okay, silver. Okay, let's talk about silver and gold. Okay, so gold here. Okay, gold has been going down too, but if you look at the 2008, it did the same thing, like it's due to liquidity issue. So if you don't know why gold supposed to go up, but why it is selling off right now, because I guess because people need money to like margin call and all that stuff. They need the money, so they're gonna sell out gold. Okay, gold, silver, Bitcoin, all those things, because those are the easiest to get out with. So money wise, as you could see, it's moved down here 2008 during that recession, and then it moved back up before the bottom out. Okay, so gold I think is a possible play, and then plus I think inflation is going to be this time, because look how much money they're injecting in to the market right now. So inflation might be a problem also. So gold I think is a definite. The only thing is I don't know the time. Okay, because right now everything is moving so fast compared to before. So I'm not sure how quickly the gold thing gonna turn. Like is it 3 month, is it 6 month, or is it 9 month? Okay, it bottomed out. I'll show you later. It's like 2008, right? So this is 2000. It bottomed out when it bottomed out before March. So it bottomed out in October. Okay, but the market didn't bottom out until March. So that's like 5 months. So it bottomed out before 5 months beforehand. So that's the last time, 2008. Okay, so gold. I mean, gold is good, but for some reason I like silver more, because silver has the industrial thing in it. You know, it in a lot of stuff in your cell phone, is in your TV, is in your monitor, your your Apple, it's in a lot of other stuff. So the thing is, and it's cheaper to play too, you know, compared to gold. So that's the thing. I'm more favored with silver, because look at the silver. It went up to $45 after the recession. The recession here, it bottomed with gold and then it moved up, and then it made the extra push here. I guess because of demand for it in the industrial kind of push it also. So it looked like it's a longer time frame wise for silver. But you know, that's something to take a look of if we do recover from this virus. Okay. And then Bitcoin, you know, same thing. Bitcoin has been dropping just like silver and gold. You know, there's I do want some Bitcoin. I don't want Bitcoin. I want some Ether. So Ether is like around 100 something right now. The movement is the same as Bitcoin. So that's something you could definitely see. And then oil. I think oil is gonna be the play of the year. Is more definite and guaranteed, I think, because the thing is right now what oil is at, this is all the way back to 1998, right? And 1998, 86. So the low is around $10 a barrel. Okay, so the thing with oil is a commodity, it cannot go bankrupt. So I mean, if you're gonna buy and hold it and go, you know, like look at 2016, it went down to $26, and once, you know, it bounced back all the way. So the thing is, it won't gonna go bankrupt. We gonna still need it for at least another 5 years, minimum another 5 years, or maybe longer. You know, I don't think Tesla gonna replace the battery pack and stuff, gonna replace everything now, you know. So in the long run, if you want to play, I think long right now is still, I think it's gonna break this under this level, under the $26 level. Okay, so I think it will break under that, and then I'm not sure. The next level is $16, and then the following level it will be around $10. So I think if anything, right now it's still going to downside. This is something to watch. Okay, so once you watch this, if it break below this, maybe you could start selling some selling put, okay, and start to accumulate this. And I think it's probably going to take maybe 6 months. Let me see here. It's pop right after, I think. The thing is, right now is like Putin and the Saudi is playing like chicken right now. So you know, I don't know how long it could hold. Maybe 3 months. But right now, everybody is trying to fix this problem right now. Like the whole world is coming together to fix this problem. So right now, I'm not sure how long it's gonna hold. But I think the minute it's break this level, the 26 level, they're gonna under pressure from the world to come together and solve this problem. They're not gonna let this go through. But another thing is that the demand problem also, because if we all gonna be all quarantined, we're not gonna meet demand. So the problem is also, you know, demand also. So if anything, I think it might go down to $16. So $16 is a good, if it does go down there, is a good price to buy. And worst case scenario is go down to 16. You just have to hold and pray. You know, we're not gonna go, nothing gonna happen. But if anything happen geographically, I think it's gonna boost up oil. You know, if we're going to war and anything. But so I think the commodity is, this one is more like guarantee. You know, compared to TLT. TLT is gonna go up depending on the time frame, and then we don't know what's gonna happen to it. But this one, oil, I think is more like a sure thing. And at this point, it's kind of like at extreme level. You know, when everything is at extreme level, you know it's gonna bounce back. So that's somewhat guarantee. You know, the rubber band you stretch, unless you crazily stretch it and it's break. But usually, you know, you stretch something, it's gonna try to move back somewhat. And I think it will for oil, and it's more like a guarantee. Okay, so that's something I want to talk about. And let me see here, the SPY. Do I need to say anything about this? I talked about the thing already. Oh yeah, we could talk about the SPY and the silver. Silver, yeah. Let's talk about this. Let's do an overlay. Okay. 2009, 2009. Where is it? 2009. Here we go. Okay, so basically that's 2009 bottom. Okay, in March. Maybe there's no date because I guess the thing. So silver, this is where the bottom out is in October, right? And then it's moved back up, all the way back up as it did before the stock market bottom out like 6 months. Okay, as you could see there, and then it's pop up, and then it's broke out in August of October. So if you want to play the industrial breakout when the economy start to recover somewhat, I guess it's gonna be a year and a half out from from October. So it's like it's a year and a half out. So if it's ending faster, maybe a year out. So if you plan it to play silver, if you want to play the option, make sure you buy a year out if you want to play the longer term run. But if you want to play the short term bounce before the market bottom, then maybe 3 to 6 months out, something like that. Possibly. I'm not sure when we bottom yet, so we won't know, because the thing is more like silver is soft because of liquidity issue. Okay, so once that done, and then the fear go back on, and it's gonna move. It's gonna move up again once that done. Let's try gold. I think, let me see here. Here you go. This is gold. This is 2009 low of the market, and gold just the same thing as October's bottom out, and then it start moving back up. Yeah, it moved up decently. Okay, so that's something you could see. And oil. Let me see here. Let me take the overlay of this out. Oh yeah, let's talk about TLT. See, okay, so TLT, if this is the weekly chart of it, I'll do the 30 minutes. Let me see. No, this is bad. Okay, this is a daily chart of TLT. Okay, I do have a position on TLT. Okay, so basically you see here it broke out this level, right? This is the range. It's been consolidated since since October of last year. Well, the year, so so it's since September of last year, it's consolidated for like a few months, and then the breakout. And the thing is, like TLT, this move up here was somewhat unexpected, to be honest. Like, I was planning to add more thing in slowly, but the move was unexpected. So I mean, because of this broke out here and then everything just happened, so that's why also it's come back down. So the level right now, it broke out this support. So this support, this resistance becomes support. So once it moved back to this level, which it might or might not, because right now it's at a 20-day moving average right here. See, it held on the 20-day moving average. So this might be the level where it's going to bounce. Whether or not it's going to make like a sideways and then move up, or it's just going to move up directly. Because right now with the Fed cut again right now, and then we're going to have the the Fed again on the 18th. So we'll see. I think it might make a V shape up like this. Not gonna go sideways or anything. Gonna just make a V shape up again, but this time maybe a little bit slower. Okay, so and then the high is gonna be right here. So right now I think it might time to be accumulate some TLT right now. If it go down here to accumulate more, just make sure you have some time with it. And if you're gonna do option, make sure the option chain, because right now I think the premium and stuff with the option chain is kind of high. So I don't know what to say at this point. There's some buying here, 185. See, 185 is still $1 something. It's pretty high, and this is within the month support. If you're gonna buy in June, let's see how much. 185. Yeah, it's $2 something. It's quite expensive. So if anything, maybe you could do a vertical spread. and 80 to 85 or something, some spread like that. That's gonna cost you about 20 cents. Oh no, it's not. High gonna cost you more than that. 80 to 85. Wow, that's nearly $1 spread. So yeah, that's something if you want. I think a spread is something you could do, depend on your strategy, but make sure you get some time out, you know. Maybe May. I think May, because this is gonna move. If you're gonna move back up right away, maybe May should be a decent time frame. Or if you want to be a riskier, April 17, 85 and 80. Oh, that's still 80 cents different. No, that's 20 cents. So if you want to play the risky move, you think it's gonna move back up to 81, 85 by the end of April 17, you could do this vertical 250 and 230. That's only cost you 20 cents, and your maximum gain would be $500. So that's something you could do, definitely. Okay, so that TLT and oil. Let's check out oil here. This is 30 days, this weekly. Let me see here, oil. I think oil hasn't bottomed yet, so maybe go to port. I don't know what the value gonna be. I do have some position in oil too short, and now I'm gonna go long. Maybe $4. Maybe you could sell put at $4 and try to get some in. You get premium plus 12 cents. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. Let's see, up to May. $20. Ooh, look at this. People have been buying this in May. That's a May port. Maybe you should sell at $3. Something, you never know. Look, it's still active. Anyway, guys, so this is USO is the oil, ETF. So if you think oil gonna be the play of the year, I think it is gonna be the play of the year, to be honest, because right now it's kind of to the extreme, to the bottom now, and it's definitely gonna be bounce. Okay, so I think it's a definite play for the year. Anyway, guys, that's it I have for this looking forward edition. So have any question, drop a comment, and beside that, happy trading, guys. That's it. Bye.